what's going on, guys? Welcome back. I'm jumping right where I left off in the last video. You may end up seeing a gap there at the end because we may focus on the actual heist when that gets going. So we may be jumping back now. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to focus on Teamsters a little bit more for this episode, and this is probably going to be titled Logistics or something like that because there are some logistics to take into account. And I'm just going to let this play for a little bit because I think we're good on everything. I'm not going to worry about a second industry right now. We probably could go into like logging or something. But let's look at jobs. We actually, you know what? Hold on a second. We have 17 unemployed. That's okay. I'd rather have less unemployed though, and actually a few more vacant jobs. So let me actually pause right now so we can get this going because I don't want to talk too long and then have things change. So let's think about logistics. So in Tropico 6, we've got Teamsters, and if you guys have played this before, you know what's going on. We've got Teamsters. We've got set emergency job. Now there's an option here. Teamsters will do this job, and they'll only do that job until the restriction is lifted. So if this comes into play, like when you're like, for example, maybe we might see this in the heist. I don't know. It'll have to be like rum or sugar or something, but say we get a heist, and maybe you'll see this in the last video where they demand, okay, we need to export 1,000 sugar to the pirate cove before we can continue on this heist. So okay, well, we can do that. We have sugar here, so we would maybe we could actually utilize this. We could come here and select set emergency job to export sugar to the pirate cove. We could do that, or we could just kind of manually utilize our Teamsters to only I mean, no, it's I actually haven't played around with it too much because they kind of flow pretty naturally, especially the Colonial era. It's not really something you have to worry about. So what we do need to focus on, again, if you haven't paid attention, I mean, I don't, if you haven't watched every single minute of my videos, it's whatever. It's fine. I don't expect anybody to do that. But we've got all these people here. Only one person is actively working, and it's this guy right here. Yeah, Mr. Pedro. He's the only one actively working. So all 5 of these people are not working. So we have 1 here. We do have 4 here. 4 people are working in that Teamster's office, and down here we've got 3. So I don't know how many total that is, but basically Teamsters are only going to be productive when they're actually working. So right now we've probably got how many were in here? 5. We've got 8 Teamsters running around the island right now. So that's not bad. I mean, we don't really have too much going on in terms of what they need to be hauling. What we need to focus on is our cash crop. That's what we need to focus on. I don't care about pineapple. I don't care about corn. I don't care about whatever order I did set that in. I don't care about hides, meat, manure. I don't care about milk, wool. I don't care about any of that. That'll give us a little money, and that'll also stock the grocery. That's all that's forward. We're still waiting on something here. What are we waiting on? Banana, corn, coconut. We're missing something. Oh, fish. We ran out of fish, so we'll have to get that stocked. So how are we doing here? Yeah, somebody needs to come pick up that fish and put it in the grocery. So maybe that'll be one of the Teamsters who will be doing that. Anyway, this episode is about logistics. We're focusing on the resources. So right now, look at this, guys. This is actually a lot better. Maybe I might need to find a video where we have the opposite situation. So look how well we're actually doing. Perfectly well. So let me give you a hypothetical scenario here, and let's say this sugar plantation here, let's say it had 2,700 in stock. Let's say it had 2,700. Let's say all these had like 2,000 in stock. They don't, obviously, so we're doing well. We've actually done this right. Let's say I say that. Let's say all these had like over 2,000 in stock. What does that tell you? Your stock is just piling up and up. Your stock is piling up. You're running out of room. Everything's being stored right here. We're just waiting for someone to come pick it up. What'll happen is eventually there's a chance this thing will get full and it just won't produce because it has nowhere to go. So that's a situation where, okay, well, yeah, you could utilize the warehouse. You could build a warehouse, put it down, and say store extra sugar here. That is, before hauling it to the rum distillery, whatever you want to do. Maybe you want to save it for something. It could be, I haven't really utilized the warehouse too much. But let's say we have tons and tons of sugar in here. Well, what that tells you is we need more Teamsters. We need more people hauling sugar out. So right now we don't. We're actually fine. But if we had more, we would probably, your solution would be just let's throw in another Teamsters office, at least one. I wouldn't build too many. Start with one, See if that number starts going down. Early on, it'll get backed up a little bit, especially if you don't have like any housing yet, if people are having to walk long distances to the office. It's pretty much how the world works, honestly. So the flip side of that is also not good. Like this could be a good example here. I don't know how recently this storage was cycled through. Somebody might have just picked it up recently, one of the Teamsters. But say all your plantations have like 200 or less. Like this one's actually got 700, so I think we're doing fine. But say they all had like this amount. Well, what that tells you is you have way, way, way too many Teamsters. You are losing money. You're losing money because if you have way too many Teamsters, let me see if I can find an example. Let's see where these people are. Who do we have here? They're coming back. Who's this? Returning to office. Where is everyone? Where's everyone? This person, they got corn. They're taking that. I'm trying to find an example without having to play the game. So they're taking meat. Okay, I mean, we could utilize this. Let's utilize this example here. This is not perfect because, but I mean, this is actually good. Pretend this is the sugar. So they're taking meat here. They're going to drive over here. Oh, what's this guy doing? Hides. Okay. I was going to find one that was taking sugar, but they're taking meat. Let's see how much they pick up. They might actually pick up a full amount, so this won't be a good example if they do. Okay, yeah, they picked up a good full amount. I don't know. Oh, mandate running out. I'm not worried. So anyway, hypothetically, let's say this guy came over here and picked up 102 sugar. Now, that's good, you know, you're processing your sugar and moving it to the rum distillery, but that's actually not good because their capacity is 500. Each one of these guys has a capacity of 500, so if they're only picking up, if this gets up to 102 and then they pick it up, well, you're only utilizing 20% of their capacity. I mean, basically what that means is you're losing 80% of your cost to operate the Teamsters office because they're only running at 20% capacity. In this case, it's 500. If I could find one that's not hauling a lot of stuff, and I can't find 500 corn. See, everybody's doing well. We're actually doing pretty well on this. But, yeah, that one had... we don't have any running right now. Where is everybody running? This one, what's this guy doing? Okay, he's taking rums. What do we have here? See, look at this. We got all the rum in here. So, again, he's taking plenty of rum. So, he's going to reach full capacity because he's only going to take 500 rum out of this. So, we're doing fine. We're doing fine. But again, on the opposite side of having too much in stock is having not enough. And then if that's the case, you have too many Teamsters, and you're losing money on overhead costs. You're losing money on salaries. You have too many Teamsters not hauling up to full capacity. So it's a pretty tricky balance. You have to find kind of the middle ground. And what makes it even more tricky, and you really don't want to have it this way. Now, fortunately, I don't think that's the case because we're actually, like, this is already up to 421, 405. So that just got taken out. So 405, it was up above 700 or 800. So that got taken out by somebody. I don't know what it did. I thought I could have sworn one of these was like 700. So if it's the case where they're really low and they keep getting cycled through, what happens when you go to World War era, I think this number goes up to, I want to say it's 800. So their capacity goes up to, I don't know why that's a new bug in the game. So their capacity goes up to 800. So now they suddenly can carry 300 more. So if they're only taking out 200, they're still only carrying 25% capacity. So you're losing money. So you don't want to have too many Teamsters. You don't want to have not enough. Just pay attention to your resources. Like in Colonial era, just make sure you're not hauling things out under 500. You want every one of your plantations to be over 500 or whatever your main cash crop is. If your main cash crop is meat, you want it to be over 500. Hides, over 500. There's not a situation where you want it under 500 unless you're getting like extremely backed up. Like if this starts to get above 3,000, then you're in trouble. But right now we're doing fine. Now they'll haul stuff to the grocery. The capacity limit's only 150, so that's fine. But you want to keep Teamsters and resources balanced. And right now we're doing pretty well. 3 Teamsters office seems to be enough. We don't have a whole lot of resources out there right now. And the more resources you add is not necessarily better because you're just going to have so much stuff producing and it's just going to add to the cost. You know, $66 here, $66 there, $80 there. Something's got to make profit, so we want to utilize. Right now, we're just utilizing the ROM. It's the most profitable in the colonial era. we could go ahead and maybe do some lumber, and I'm probably going to do that because we have 14 still unemployed, and we don't really have that much else we need to build. We could build a circus, we could build some more entertainment. We'd probably focus on that as soon as we get to World War era. So I may build a little bit of lumber. Like, so this looks like there's really great areas for trees up here, and we could just kind of connect that down. So it's all about expansion coming up soon. But this episode, I just wanted to focus on Teamsters, and I mean, I know that's not going to touch everything because it's really there's no right answer. It's just monitor your resources, monitor how much is in the storage, the output. Same with rum. I mean, same with your actual industry. You know, if you're only producing like, you know, all these are actually fine. See, we're above 800 there, above 600. If you only have like 100 rum in here and somebody comes to pick it up, again, you're losing money. You need fewer Teamsters or you need faster production. So there's a number of things that could happen. Like, say we had a rum distillery. For some reason, well, maybe we'd put a rum distillery way up here. Maybe we put one way up here for some reason. Well, people are going to have to walk all the way up here. It's not going to produce very quickly. So that could be the situation where Teamsters are getting there quicker and they're hauling stuff in quicker, but nobody's producing. So it's a lot of elements to balance, but you know, hopefully this helps. If you have any questions, still comment. It's the same day I've recorded all this, so if you have any questions, comments, let me know. Just if you have a YouTube account, you can comment and I'll reply to you right away. I appreciate any feedback, constructive criticism, anything really. We're pretty much wrapping up the Colonial era. I mean, we can declare independence right now, but I'm gonna try to get it to build. I'm gonna build it up to 115. I want to try to stay even at 100,000 when we get there. So we're just gonna let it roll, guys. Hope you all enjoyed this episode. Hope maybe something made sense. Hope you learned something. If you know everything about this game, hope you just enjoyed the video and enjoy watching some Tropico 6. And I'll probably put a link to my Twitch channel if you want to see me stream. I'll probably stream this game on weekends. I'm a little busy during the weekdays. It's Saturday right now. It's been storming all day. So, yeah. Hopefully this isn't too long. It's only about 12, 13 minutes maybe. But anyway, have a good day, guys.